Hey everybody, welcome back to Stamping School. This week I'm taking care of a few requests. I think 3 requests altogether. The first one is when I did the product shares, some people got one of these bags in their kit and they said, oh my gosh, it's so big, what do we do with that? So these are the Hearts Gusseted Treat Bags. You get 16 bags for $11, and yes, they are quite large. And for me, I mean, unless I'm giving something like a pair of socks or, I don't know, something big, they are a little bit large for me, because I like to give, like we have a big lunch bunch every month with ladies, and so I might have 15 people that I want to give a little something to. So I'm going to show you how to make 2 bags out of one and how to fix the bottom. The second request is what to do with this designer paper. I think it's called Love Notes. It's 6 by 6. And it's really meant, it's got these great patterns on the back, but it's meant to be cut apart and to make little valentines out of if you want to. So for instance, it's really cute, look. And on the other side, the to, the from, all that. So they're just cute little notes, 3 by 3 size that you can put in a little 3 by 3 envelope or something like that. But I use them for the front of my little candy holder here. So they're meant to be cut apart, and you can put them on a card front or, you know, whatever you want to do with them, but they're just kind of cute. You don't have to give a lot of valentines. It might not be for you, but it is cute. You're extra special to and from. So they're just to give little things to. Maybe you give it to your mail carrier. Maybe you're the UPS person, or maybe you drop it by, you know, the coffee place that you go to, whatever, and just give them little valentines. Let me show you quickly how to break this down. So because these are quite large, they are, let's see, to be exact, 10 inches. And I think they're 4 inches. 3.5, yeah, 4 inches. 4 inches by 10 inches. So you can break this down into 5-inch pieces, but you want to leave the room for scoring. So we're going to cut it in half at 5 inches first, like that. So you've got 2 little bags. And if you want to leave this on, you certainly can, this part to close that. What I did on the one that I cut is I put some cardstock across it and a little clip. So, all right, now this one needs a bottom, and this one has a bottom. So this one is good to go. I ended up cutting all mine down to 4.5 inches. So it would be 4 by 4 when I was done. So this is really easy. You're gonna just put it in at a 1/2 inch, and you're gonna score it at a 1/2 inch and do it on both sides. You probably can't see, but it is scoring. Now one side has a seam in the back. This is gonna be my front. This is gonna have the seam. So now we just need to make this little closure. And the way that I did that, I cut where I scored, leaving this front panel, and you're gonna cut off all the rest. And just cut it all the way around, except for the front panel. Just like that. And cut that off. And so it looks like that. And then all you have to do is bring this up and glue it. And use sticky strip, you know, something really good. If you want to make it a little more fancy, yes, you can do this and cut that off. Add your tear and tape or whatever. And now you have a little bag to fill, like that. And decorate it up with that cute little paper. All right, so that's request number 1, actually 1 and 2. And, you know, we also have these cute doilies and things, which would be really cute on here. Oh, you know what else we have? It's so cute. Have you seen these? Oh my gosh. These little shaker bits. I don't know if I can even get up here just so you can see it. Look at the little envelopes. Can you see? There's little lips, hearts. These are so fun for shakers. But I just sort of been taking a glue dot and putting them on my little banner edges right here. And because they're foamy, they're not going to break in the mail. So I've been just gluing them on like little embellishments. So cute. So the third request, I'm going to show you a few different projects using these beautifully adorned ephemera. And they're vellum, and you cannot see what they look like in the catalog or online because they're vellum and they're really hard to see. But they are thick and really nice quality. Really, really nice. But you get 6 sheets of these, and you get 2 each of these different designs. And they're so nice. They're so thick, you would swear that you accidentally got 2 of them together. They're really thick and shiny. Now, the problem with being shiny, as you will see in my samples, the ink does not dry on them unless you emboss them or you use Stays-On or something permanent. It did not like my regular ink. Even trying to heat set it, they still did not dry. There's like a sheen on it. It's almost like pearlized. But these are so pretty when you pop them out. So they have all these different little accents in here, tags and leaves. Like I said, so nice and sturdy. Look at this one. These pretty long banners, flowers, leaves. And this one has pretty ovals that pop out. I'll show you something I did with that. And all these little accents. So somebody asked me, and gosh, I can't remember who it was, but she said, please show how you use these and if you recommend them. So the first thing I did was this card right here. Thick white cardstock, and I mean, the designer paper is so pretty. It's called Lovely and Beautiful. The way they name these papers cracks me up. But look at this paper. It's got all these outlined gold foil flowers, and there's one with just gold and white, which we've had before. That's pretty. You could color it. All kinds of pretty florals in petal pink, and I mean, to me that's pear pizzazz if you still have it, but old olives and a pretty light purples. It's just beautiful paper with that gold on there. So I just took a panel of that, and then I just put these on the solid gold ones, a happy anniversary stamp, and that's it. That's done. It's already, the vellum is so pretty. It's already gold like that. And then this little guy at the bottom, I love that. I wish there was a whole bunch of them. I think you get 4 of these little pop out little guys like this. They're just fun to play with. I just added a little bit underneath there. I used just my white glue and it doesn't show through at all. All right, so that's the first one. Now the cover of the mini catalog has this sample right here, and that's where I got this layout for this one. And I'm gonna change this up. This is just the vellum flower, but I'm gonna change that up on the next card. I love just grabbing the layouts that they use in the catalog samples. Now this paper is kind of cool. So it's called Square Snippets, and you get 4 sheets of each of these. And these are 3x3 blocks here. And of course there's just solid patterns on the back. This one is 4x4 squares. Look at those fun patterns, kind of like quilting almost. And then this one, which is in 3x3. So when you cut that down, using that sample on the front cover, I just grab these 2 right here, put 1 square here, like that, on petal pink. And this one, which is kind of a secret C, I put that on this side. And then you can embellish. And we still have the rub-ons, which I love a lot, these metallic rub-ons, and I still had them left over, some gold. Wait, here's this one. So I'm gonna take this little piece down here and just add a little extra something to the bottom of this one. So with the rub-ons, they're sticky, and literally you rub them on just like that, and it's going to transfer that gold foil. You know, hot foil and all that is so popular right now. It's nice just to have some of these that don't require a lot of equipment. And if you get a little extra off the edge, just rub it off or take your eraser and it'll come right off. It just gives that nice little extra something something. I might even do a few of these dots up here. That might be fun. So I took this tag right here, and so it's got like this little hole right here, which we'll run our ribbon through, and I cut this off like that, and then I glued that little piece on, and then attached my ribbon to it, like that. And in this set, oh yeah, there's these fun little corners, and a glue dot works great to put these on. Look, these little 4 corners, and I only need 3 of them, and I'm gonna glue dot those on here, like that, to add more gold in. And then for the flower, on this one I did the translucent vellum, but this, I think, is gonna look better. This is actually on cardstock. Now you can color them with your blends, and I'll show you that in my last sample. But what I wanted to do was create a little sentiment with this leftover piece, this vellum here. And I put white behind it, and then I stamped on it. And I had to use StazOn because this one still isn't dry. Look. Oh. The good news about this, though, is if you take a little bit of rubbing alcohol, this is just 70% alcohol. Take a little bit. Look, you can take it right off. It comes right off of the vellum. It's got some kind of a coating on it. It's not like our regular vellum. This is like heavy duty. Look at that. It's gone. So now I can stamp it with StazOn and save that card. So on this one, I put white behind it, which will go right here. And then I took one of the see-through flowers, and this one I'll do olive so you can see it. I used my seal, the regular seal, not the one that has the lines in it, the Seal Plus, and it does not show through my vellum at all. You can also use your white glue, and that works really well too. And just sponge dauber it on a little bit so it's nice and thin. But then I just went and I copied this and just sort of traced this all the way around. And if, it's not bad because if you actually nick it or a little bit, you could just cut in a little closer. It's very forgiving. But that's what it looks like on the back side. So on this one, I did petal pink, and this one I did a garden green for this leaf right here. And then just pop those up. It's so pretty. I love it. And I don't even have to really do dimensionals, but it just pulls in just enough of the color to make a difference. This one has white underneath it, and then I did a little bit of blends on it, just a little bit of pink, and that's pretty too. But I really like the pink and the green. It's just barely showing through, and there's no coloring, just a little bit of fussy cutting. So pretty. So add my ribbon on here, and then if I want to do a little more gold around here, I can. So maybe I'll do a couple of these little rub-on dots up here, just to add a little bit more gold here and there. So it's just fun to just add a few dots where you want to. And then of course some bling, and then add my ribbon on here. So I would recommend these for sure. These are a lot of fun to play with and to just add to what you already have. You probably have a lot of floral stamps already and things like that. These are just a fun, nice accent to play with. Just remember you have to use StazOn because I just touched that. The one that I thought was StazOn and I smeared it. So I had to go back and make sure that I used the real StazOn so it stays on if you're gonna stamp on these or emboss on them. So I would definitely recommend these. So thanks for your request. I love to get that. It gives me a little bit of something to start with when I sit down to create things. So thanks so much. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. See it, learn it, stamp it.